Alright, this is my first piece that I'm going to show. It's about part of my Artist My Vehicle series. I do this to get over obstacles in my life. This is how I quit smoking. They were in large pieces of gum out of clay, and I hung it a year from the day I quit smoking, and I haven't smoked a cigarette since. They look like tumors. This is finding an order in the chaos. This is actually a well space, so a basement of a large building has lighting. So all this was installed with ladders, and my cat, my husband, in the space with me. And the piece created itself throughout a week. So it was an installation performance piece. So the towers went in, the wood went in, the chimes went in, and then the towers started to be built. So by the end of the week, the piece was all put together, and it had a silent sound to it because the pendulums could move, but the chimes were caged, so they couldn't make much noise. And the next shot is a detail of the chimes close up. The whole process of creating the chimes was a very meditative process because I started out with a big chunk of clay. Large chimes are about 6 feet long, and you imagine the rolling out just to get to that size. The next piece is going to be about, it's called Sit and Spin, and it's about my first year in grad school, and it's about trying to get into the rhythm and the pattern of a new place and maybe getting bogged down by it, but choosing to make a good situation about that new situation that you're in and rising up. And my first year in grad school, I started to create another personal meditation piece, like finding an order in the chaos. I created punch pots, so I had clay on my hand and I punched and created all these spheres, and these are different clay bodies. This was up for a year, and it's called Mosler's Town Square 7-Eleven. Mosler Safe Company had torn down, so I went in with a chainsaw and salvaged all the beams. You can see the large beams in this building. It's a similar kind of warehouse. So it's about how we all have our different attributes and we come together as a society and we contribute to each other. So in my family of military and engineers and all that, there was a point that I became something different. And the next piece is called 1%, and it's about my transition of maybe my different political views or change. And I believe that happened in the 7th grade for me. There's 200 tiles on the ground and 2 protected on the pedestals. And the viewer had to go into the space and walk on the tiles in order to get to the rest of the show. So throughout the week that the show was up, the pieces got broken. And that's me crossing my path, and the viewer, in a sense, was crossing the same path that I did. This is Making Noise. Artist My Vehicle number 3. It's me singing, playing the guitar, and playing the piano. It's getting over the fear of being able to play music in public. This is Passions. It's about a melding of my spirituality and my beliefs now with my religious belief I was raised with. This video that was playing was a video of my dogs from fall to spring, and interlaced with a video of my husband bathing them in the shower. And that's that image of the apocalypse, but with dogs. This is the Egyptian mythology. On the opposite wall from Passions was the Stations of the Cross. These were the stand-ins for Jesus Christ. If you actually took a footprint of the piece, it's human feet. So there were 14 of them. This piece is before and after Artist My Vehicle number 4. This is how I lost 50 pounds. I cut out sugar and drank more water. And on the left are candy knees, and on the right are foundry wax. And the hallway was narrow, so the viewer had to deal with their own body going through the hallway. And the candy knees had wicks going down into cups that were below. And as you went down through the space, there was more water in the cups, so the pieces had melted. And as the hallway broke and you were able to have more space, there was a Buddha me. And he turned the corner, and the motivation for this piece was that I knew I was going to be hanging a life-size before and after photo of myself. So I had to show a difference in the 2 years I gave myself. Next piece is based on the Pieta. It's called Baby Boy. and it's about my relationship with my animals. It's not just a mother, the Pecha is not just Mary and Jesus Christ, it's a mother holding her son. Next is Art is My Vehicle number 7. It's wildflowers and setting the stage. I did a show called Creating Community, and it had a lot of pieces and items from within my home and also artwork that interlaced throughout it. And at the end, around my kitchen table, 3 artists, 4 musicians played before I did, and then I played a song called Wildflowers by Dolly Parton with them all accompanying me. This is called Is This the Way Life Should Be? This is my husband installed in a storefront window in Pecha, Maine. There's 365 calendars on the wall, and he had to spend every day 9 to 5 crossing out the days on the calendar. It's about a transition in our life where he came home from a job that he didn't like, and I got my job at University of Maine Prescott and had a lot better life after that. Art is My Vehicle number 8, I created a 15-track album and played it in front of a group of people at a cafe. And the idea was that the sounds of the cafe would continue, and I'd get comfortable with hearing my own voice while everybody continued to talk. So I had to create that album in order to play it. And this is part of a mental health series. It's an oil painting. I did a dog that was a sad basset hound, a cookie jar. It's what's inside that counts. A cross-eyed cat that was called Always Keep an Eye on the Prize. And this is called Rejoice in All That Life Has to Offer. Thank you.